Hey everyone, I thought I would do this a little bit combo vlog style and sit down style. So in today's video, I want to show you kind of how I am organized, how I get organized, not just for work, but kind of back to school, even though my back to school is a little bit different this year because I don't have anybody at home, but I'm still keeping track of important dates and things that are going on around the school year. So come with me into my little office. My bedroom is right there, so it's a very short commute. And I'll show you how I have my desk set up, and then we'll go sit down in the kitchen together and I'll talk you through some of the most important things that keep me organized as long as I utilize them. So this is my office setup. You've seen this before, but just to reiterate, these are two sets of the Alex drawers from IKEA, and then for the space and how wide I wanted my desk area, IKEA didn't have exactly what I wanted, so I actually went to my local Lowe's and I had them custom cut a Formica desktop for me, and it's just set right on top and it works great. It's a little bit deeper and a little bit wider. So this is the general setup. This is where I do all my editing. It's a nice big screen. And then I keep my laptop here. Anyway, let's go left to right. I do have these little bulletin boards currently. Not really, they're not up to date, so we're gonna ignore those. In my back corner, this is the Erin Condren little desk calendar, and I love it, but I have to admit, I'll probably be going back to the I think it's Karen Adams? I don't know why I always blank on her name. That design, because I think this is actually very beautiful and I prefer the foil, but my eyes are old and it's hard for me to see the little print. Really, that's the only reason why. And then, of course, I always have one of my phone stands handy, and this is a new addition. This is what part of the Erin Condren collection, a gold stapler, because I actually find myself needing a stapler more than I thought. So here's my little pile of things. This is an Erin Condren soft leather bound notebook, lined. I usually keep this in my purse for when I'm out and about and I need to take notes, and then I take it out and bring it back here to transfer onto calendars and stuff. Underneath this is a PR gift, is another Erin Condren notebook, and this one, it's very similar to the life planners that you can interchange the covers and stuff, and this is what I keep my notes in for when I'm doing videos, writing down what's in the description box and so forth, what I'm wearing, all that good stuff. This is my personal calendar for just the editorial content for videos, how I keep track of them. I put them on Post-it notes, and then I can move things around. I made a little spreadsheet for myself for each month, like all the videos when they're going up and all the stuff that should get done so that I don't lose track of what I need to get done. Then over here, this is a new addition from Erin Condren. I really wanted a nice size notepad / desk pad where I could just scribble something down really quickly, just throw away stuff. I like the dots instead of the lines because it gives me the freedom to kind of doodle or write things that aren't constrained by lines, but I can also follow the dots if I want lines. I like that there's a header here, and you can personalize it. So I chose what my main colors were gonna be. I want to say they're blush and bashful. They're not. One is blush, the other one is not bashful. I can't remember. I'll list in the description box if you like this color combo, and then I personalized. You can write anything you want, but I chose just my initials. This is my desk calendar, and this is just my at-a-glance quick what I need to do to you know, keep focused on appointments and that sort of thing. And this is where, when I'm done filming, I set my SD card down right there so I know which one it is that I need to import and work on. And then, of course, this is what started the Erin Condren madness. Well, not this exact one, and this exact cover, unfortunately, is no longer available, but this is my life planner, and I couldn't live without it. I don't doodle, and I have the, or do stickers, really. I mean, I have, like, a few things in there, but as you can see, I haven't written a lot down for the coming week, but I just write appointments and things like that. So, and I have the horizontal, non-colorful layout because that's how my brain works. And then I'd like to say that I'm good with the color coding and the kids' activities are one color and my activities are another and like work stuff is another, but no, I just love all these colored pens. Whoops, I love them all. I love all the colors. I love that I'm left-handed and they don't smear. And I just recently got the little Erin Condren desk set. So it comes with this container and this container. See, they have the pink. I want little pops of pink. I'm digging the pink. And then they came also with paper clips and clamps. And then I don't know if this is still available, but I really like this. It's from Kate Spade Desk Collection. and it's just a nice acrylic with little gold accents. So that's where the magic kind of happens. Before I take you over there to see my new wall thing, which I'm very excited about, I ordered 2 of them actually, one for our house, and I actually got a second one for Shane to hang up in his dorm room. I also want to talk about how I get things done, not just by writing down my lists of things to do and all that. That goes without saying. But I've also learned that if I put something aside, like, oh yeah, I'm going to get to that, or I'm going to flag that email to respond to, no. It's like once out of sight, out of mind, it doesn't work for me. So my biggest piece of advice for all of you who have struggles keeping up with things is to either, the minute you get something, just sit down and do it, whether it's filling out a form, responding to an email, or this is something I've recently started doing, which is helping me a lot. Schedule it into your day. From 3 to 3:30, respond to all flagged emails. From 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., address the pile of forms sitting on my desk. If I don't put that physically, I mean well by setting it to the side, but if I don't actually put that on a schedule where I can see it and maybe set a reminder to be reminded, it doesn't happen, or it will happen, but it's far later than when I meant to. Now, speaking of reminders, I've talked about this before. There is an app on my phone that I am playing with it right now that I cannot live without. I've had it for 3 or 4 years now. I initially got it for free, and now I pay for the light version, and then I immediately realized I need the full-on paid version. It's called Cozi. You've heard me talk about it before, C-O-Z-I. And what's neat about it is that it is accessible through your cell phone, your iPad, your desktop, regular computer, Android, iOS, whatever. It's easily accessible, and you can add as many family members as you'd like. So on this thing, I have a calendar. And while I always come home and write something down in my Erin Condren life planner, when I'm out and about, I don't want to lug that thing with me. So if someone's like, hey, are you free for lunch? Or you and Michael want to meet for dinner next week? I can pull up our calendar, and I have color-coded everybody. That's an option on here. And I can see, what appointments are scheduled for whom really quickly, week at a glance, month at a glance. The other thing that I like about this is that it has lists. So you have the homepage, calendar, lists, recipes, and family. I really only utilize calendar and lists. In the lists, it has, for instance, automatically it has grocery list. So this is especially helpful when the kids are home, not so much now that they're at college, but if they need something specifically for school, they're craving a specific snack, if it comes to their brain, they can just open their Cozi app and add it to the community list. If someone happens to be at the grocery store and wants to pick up everything for the family, it's here. They can just pull it up and see it. That's helpful. But what I also love is the ability to add additional custom lists. Like I have home projects that need to be done, landscaping items I want to do, things I need specifically just for Shane's dorm room or for Jake's apartment. Whatever list you want to put on there, packing lists, all kinds of things like that. And you can sit and check things off. It's handy to have anywhere you go. So with that little tip, let me take you over to my refrigerator and you can check out my newest addition to helping me keep on track. All right, let's take a look at our new organizational center. Yes, we are pre-filming. That is the packing that's happening to take Shane to school. And speaking of staying organized, well, hello, right at my feet. Okay, those IKEA bags with the zippers are lifesavers. Okay, so I have set this up for September. I haven't filled everything in yet. So this is the newest offering from the Erin Condren family. And this is iteration 1. I know they have plans for a second one. So if you already have one or you're buying one, give them feedback if you want to see something changed or something you love that you don't want changed. So what's neat about this thing is you hang it, it's meant to be hung, like drilled into the wall. I cheated. I took off the mounting hardware on the back and hung this sucker up with the 16-pound command strips, and that is not budging. But that is not the recommended way. So Erin Condren, don't come after me. Anyway, this is really cool because, let me step over the dog. This pulls out. This, I don't want to disturb it, but see how it's not connected here? this pulls out, and this board can be changed out for a variety of things that you might want, like a chore list, a to-do list, just a plain whiteboard, all kinds of options. I'll link it, of course, below, and you can look. You can obviously customize it. You can choose colors, other things. I went with this. This is the most user-friendly for my house. It, as you can see, there's also these pieces on the bottom, and they slide off that way. And you can choose what you want to hang down there. So I went with the peg hanging things. I went with a magnetic strip and then a holder to hold the pens. I actually ordered another one for Shane that is in there somewhere. And his version is basically the same, except the middle is corkboard. So he can just take thumbtacks. And anyway, the whole board itself is magnetic. So I decorated it with some old Brighton magnets. And I also ordered those little dots from Erin Condren. Anyway, and here's my recommendation. I love this idea. I like a family hub where anyone walking through the kitchen or whatever your main area of the house is, you can, you know, see things, you can write things up there. They recommend using wet erase markers instead of dry erase markers on this board. And I can understand that. I did order the wet erase, they're in there. The wet erase ones can only be removed with an alcohol wipe or rubbing alcohol on a cotton pad or something. What's nice about that is that, you know, if you bump up against it when you're writing, it's not going to smear. This is not budging. So that's kind of nice. It's kind of, you know, if you're putting things down that are maybe tentative and you need to rewrite them, that's where I can see people getting annoyed. So my recommendation is to do a combination of things. I wrote the dates and things that I know are not moving, like Rowdy's birthday is not moving this month, Rosh Hashanah is not moving this month. Those are written in wet erase. As I'm penciling in, so to speak, appointments that may change, those I'll use my dry erase markers on. And then of course at the end of the month, I will wipe it all down with an alcohol wipe. So this is some inspiration. I want to redo the living room, and I really like, not this exact setup, but basically this looks exactly like my entryway, the size and spacing and the window and stuff. So kind of want to change some things around. See, this is a total, just has nothing to do with the video, but see that? And then look over there. See, there's the same door and then a little piece on the side. So I'm thinking to get rid of a lot of that stuff and add the little chairs and a little smaller sofa and anyway, make it a more usable space. Let's go back to our regularly scheduled video talking about getting organized and staying focused. I do need to say very clearly, I should have led with this. This video is not sponsored by anyone, particularly not Erin Condren. I am part of what's called the EC squad, so I am sent products from time to time to review, to play with, to share my perfectly honest and full thoughts with. There are a lot of Erin Condren products featured because those are the products I actually use. And there's one more product I finally pulled the trigger on and ordered from Erin Condren that I wanted to share with you. Doesn't totally have anything to do with this video, but I'm really excited about it. Okay, when you have a name like Marnie, getting anything personalized is pretty exciting because that's not a name you find standard on anything. And I have actual MsGoldgirl stationery, but I don't have Marnie Goldberg stationery, like my own. And so I saw that Erin Condren was offering some, and so I finally ordered it. I wanted to show you. So when you order it, you actually get to choose the container it comes in. You can either choose the non-colorful option, like I did, or there's one with all the colored stripes that she's kind of known for. This box can be used for anything, I guess. It's a magnetic closure. And then there's a million options to choose from, but I went with these. So, I mean, I say a million, probably a few dozen, but I really liked these because it had the most white space here for me to write. You can choose to put your name on the bottom. It can be, you know, anything you want, any kind of print. You can pick your colors. I really like that on the back side. I like the watercolor kind of impressionist print. And then if you look, there's a little, not so little actually, impressionistic apple in the middle, which is an homage to teachers in general. And my original background was in teaching, so I just like all of this. And it came so quickly. This was not because I'm on the EC squad. I just placed the order like a stranger. This came in less than a week for this personalized stationery. So I just wanted to point this out if you are not aware of that as an option on her site. She does more than calendars. And it makes a great gift. But I'm also pointing this out because this time of year, it does seem like there's more letter writing coming up, whether it's thank you notes or a note to a teacher, what have you. It's always nice to be able to write it on something personalized. And I have lots of stationery, but I don't have any with my actual name on it. So I'm kind of excited about that. So those are just a few of my tips on how I keep myself in focus and organized. It's a work in progress. I get a little better at it every year, but there's always room for improvement. I love watching other people's ideas and other organizational videos, and I'm sure y'all feel the same way or you wouldn't be watching this one. So in the comments below, please share other YouTubers or bloggers that write about organization and that are, what I'm looking for is like reasonable, attainable goals, easy to implement in my everyday crazy life. So please share those if you have any. And I also should add, as of watching this, I think it started yesterday, Erin Condren is having her first ever warehouse sale online. It's a virtual warehouse, where I think it's old styles are 50 to 70% off. So go check out our website. I'll put that in the link below if you want to grab some stuff at seriously discounted prices. I will be shopping that myself. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to somebody. It actually made me get really excited about getting like into the school year and keeping up with my list writing and all that. I kind of fell off the wagon over the summer, but I'm excited to just get back in there and start filling things out. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video.